drove through some Hoth-like conditions to get here. Finally made it. I'm at the theater for the Rogue One screening. Here comes the Red Light review. And like it said, there will definitely be spoilers. So if you don't want to hear any spoilers, wait to watch this until after you see the movie and check it out on my YouTube channel. Alright, now before I go in the theater to check out the movie, I want to make a couple predictions. I think in the film, we're definitely going to see a little bit of Darth Vader, which you know that from some previews. But I think that they're also going to name drop a few other characters, or maybe give some hints to like the children version of Luke and Leia. Maybe mention Han Solo. Somehow mention the Millennium Falcon, Orlando. I feel like stuff like that will somehow be brought up within the movie to make it seem like it's real organic and tie everything. And right now at 7:24 p.m. on December 14th, I predict that Forrest Whitaker's character will die in this movie. Now I'm basing that prediction on this and this alone, and that is they did the same thing to Liam Neeson in Phantom Menace when he played Qui-Gon Jinn. Forrest Whitaker's the most famous one in this cast. So because he's the most famous one in this cast, he's gonna die. This wouldn't be like some crazy, shocking death, I bet, too, and it won't be all that impressive. Alright, just got out of the movie theater for Star Wars Rogue One, a Star Wars story. I'm gonna start the Red Light review, and again, spoiler alert, there's gonna be... Don't worry, I'm not driving myself. The roads are too bad, and Officer Safety here has offered to drive. Tell him there's gonna be spoilers.
Spoilers!
Alright, so just to prove that there's gonna be major spoilers, I'm gonna tell you the biggest spoiler right now. Everybody fucking dies. Everybody dies. They all die. If you were a rebel and you were for the cause. Alright, now with that little tidbit out of the way, we could talk about the plot. Essentially, the story takes place between the end of Episode 3 and A New Hope. Your main characters are the daughter of one of the guys in charge of building the Death Star, another rebel pilot, and a whole gang of like kind of just a group of misfit rebels without a cause, so to speak. Rebels without a cause. That's what they are. And they all join forces to help the rebel. And one of the characters that's part of these rebels without a cause is Forrest Whitaker's character. And to describe him, he's like a Brotherhood of Steel character from Fallout 4 meets the wind-up Sergeant Tick-Tock, the clock tin man from the Return to Oz movie. Not the original Wizard of Oz, but the weird, dark sequel to it. But then that character also has a breathing issue like Darth Vader does. But he's not in the movie for very long. And guess what? My prediction's true. He dies! It's much easier to do these with the driver, even though it's technically not a red light review. It's just my ride home review.
We're at a red light.
Well, now it's a red light. Now it's legit. Anyways, back to the movie review. Okay, I thought the movie was great. It's a really fun sci-fi adventure flick. Whether you're a fan of Star Wars or not, I think you'd enjoy it. So even if you're not a Star Wars fan, you'll still enjoy it, because there's not a whole lot of, you don't need a lot of Star Wars knowledge to enjoy the film. It's more so just a sci-fi adventure. They do a great job of following along with the main storyline, the main characters. They also do a great job of giving you enough info on what's going on with the secondary cast, and also they let you know what's going on in outer space with the spaceships, dogfight battles and stuff. They do a great job of keeping a good balance of everything. So great sci-fi flick. I think Kevin Smith gave it a review and he said it was Empire Strikes Back good. I would say it's close, but not. I think I forgot to give you the rest of the plot. Anyways, so the daughter of the guy who helped build the Death Star finds out that he's still alive. I don't know, there's a weird separation at the beginning, like most Star. So she receives this message from her father saying that, hey, I helped build the Death Star, but it was either help them build it or watch them build it on their own, so I made a booby trap. So that's when she ends up joining forces with the rest of the rebels, and they decide they gotta go to this planet that's like Vietnam. The end of the movie is like what the Vietnam War would have looked like if it was done in an intergalactic dimension in outer space a long time ago. You get to see Darth Vader, and right when you think you're not going to see Darth Vader be a badass Sith and fuck some shit up, what does he do? He fucks some shit up and they all die! In the movie, you get to see the very first time the Death Star's fired. They have a little warm-up trial, and then they actually have a whole nother thing. But again, spoiler alert. Now, it's not all just sci-fi, spaceships, explosions, and all that shit. There's some comic relief. They have a robot, I guess that would take the place of C-3PO. He's very funny. The best way to describe him would be a robotic, futuristic Sheldon Cooper from The Big Bang Theory. He looks like Iron Man fucked the Iron Giant. But he has a lot of that like unintentional sass with being so smart that Jim Parsons brings to the Sheldon Cooper character on Big Bang Theory. Brings a lot of comic relief to them. So there are cameos from characters that are in The New Hope. A couple of robots you might recognize, and a very important princess. You'll also recognize Jimmy Smits, not only from, I believe, NYPD Blue, Sons of Anarchy. He was the pimp guy that was banging Jax's mom. Also, Senator Organa from the three prequels. Or maybe just the last two, I don't remember. I know he was Senator Organa at the end of episode 3 when he takes Princess Leia. I think they did a great job of nailing the costumes and like the vibe that they had during Empire Strikes Back. It almost felt like a Star Wars period piece. A great collection of characters. You have a blind Asian like samurai Jedi type dude. You have like another guy with a huge machine gun. You have the suave, dirty, if I gotta play rough, I will, rebel pilot guy. And then you have that sweet looking but rough and tough female lead who's just all about getting those Death Star plans to the rebels so Luke can go fuck shit up in the next episode. One thing I noticed too, there's not a lot of Jedi battles. There's hardly any Jedi battles in this movie at all, if any. The closest thing would be the blind Jedi guy with his bow staff. The majority of the fighting is all firefights with weapons like guns and stuff, or ships, so it's a little bit different. You're used to seeing a lot of acrobatics and weird shit with the lightsabers, not this time. But to wrap this all up, I would say if you are a fan of sci-fi movies, go see this. If you are a Star Wars fan, it is a must-see. They did a great job. Very adventurous story. Lots of great characters. You get to see a lot of new, there's like crazy, super sweet looking like black stormtrooper guy. There's a few of them. They actually hit the targets they shoot at. But all in all, very fun movie. I'm very fortunate to be able to see it a couple days early. And I hope if you check it out, you enjoy it. Let me know what you think. Hit me up on Twitter. Or snap me here, Instagram, wherever. Any social media network that's out there, you can follow me at whotheFisJC. Let me know your thoughts. We can discuss it. Don't forget to share this with your friends, especially if you're watching it on YouTube. There's a quick little easy button to push. You can send it to your friends. Oh, or hit a like, or hit a thumbs up.
Started, then Star Wars sucks, then fuck Star Wars, then one of the guys was like, suck my balls, my mom was here in my youth,